All right, hey, I just wanted to do this quick video to outline how I think about going to hire for somebody rather than jumping into a task that's going to take me likely half of my day. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up a system for owner ops operating system. For those of you who know in the paid group what we're working on building out systems including text sequences, email sequences, sales pipeline management, everything that you can think about for managing your sales and marketing system. We are building those out here. So real quick, before I jump into this, like the purpose of this video is not to showcase what we're doing from a product perspective. It's to showcase how I think about going to hire somebody. So right now I have a big task that needs to happen. Okay. The way that I first start is I get to make a decision. I either get to go do the task myself or I get to go recruit the expert to do the task for me. All right. So I'm choosing to go find the expert to do the task for me. All right. I think this is important because in any early stage business, you are going to have these decisions quickly. Like right now, if you're early, if you're 100K to 500K, you're likely still showing up on all the jobs. You're doing all the estimates. You have the decision to keep doing that. The sooner you figure out who you're going to go hire and replace yourself with, the sooner your business is going to grow immediately in revenue. Growth can mean getting back your time. So time freedom is one of the most wealthy things that we can have, right? Like wealth is defined, sure, as money coming in your bank account, but also how much time do you have to go do the things that you like to do? So for me, a big thing is like I've always wanted to just build the system. I want to build the system and then have the system go run, right? And so for this, like I love building new things, right? So I'm going to go do this. I can either choose to go spend half my day to do this, or I can hire somebody. So here's how I think about it. I'm going to jump on Loom. So go to loom.com. I'm using this right now to schedule. You can see I have 877 videos that I've recorded. Okay. That has essentially been any things out of my head into notes. I mean, think about optimizing our ad strategy, marketing insights and strategies, navigating Google Business Profile, help Google Business Profile access help. Anytime somebody has a question in my business, I answer with a Loom video. And then I ask them to go document in our documentation, which is, so like for snow shovelers here, this is the snow shoveler business I built over the winter. We have everything in here: company overview, mission, vision, company history, growth, all this stuff. And I usually will include Loom videos in here. What is the mission of this company? What's the vision I have for this company? Like jump on camera and state your vision and put it somewhere that people can go consistently watch it whenever they have questions about it, right? I put our whole sales and operational pipeline in here, right? Like what's the business model? Who do we serve? When do we show up? The problem that we solve, our solution, attention to detail. Like you can see all this stuff, right? If anybody has any questions, they should be going to the documentation, not me, all right? That's how you bottleneck yourself as an owner if you have everybody ask you the questions. And you're going to have to answer the questions. Texts and phone calls are going to come to you, and you're going to have to answer them. But if you answer them once and document them correctly and place them where they should go, then your team has clear-cut rules to execute off of. Okay, I've talked about this quite a bit here on hiring a VA. So it's like, all right, what are the essential tasks? What tasks do we need to do, broken down by each day? All right, and this has been consistently edited. You'll notice here on the podcast, the only thing I'm responsible for is recording the podcast, every single, and then reviews. Everything else here is delegated to somebody else. I guess Facebook ads are a part of mine as well. Okay, you see those were completed. All right, so everything else is delegated to somebody else. All of this is happening. But the only way that we have been able to do this is by starting to build and document systems, all right? And the only way we started to do that is by starting with job descriptions. Okay, so for this, what I like to do is jump on Loom, and I like to just start talking. I like to start talking, hey, I'm thinking that I need to hire a content manager for the Owner Ops podcast. And then I start talking. Here's what I think that we need it to do. Ba da 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 da. Okay, when you get done recording this video, you're going to get a transcript. Then we're going to go take that transcript and we're going to plug it into ChatGPT and we're going to ask it to refine it and create a job description out of it. Then we're going to go post that to these places where you can recruit people, and then you're going to hire the people to do the thing based on the job description. And then you're going to ask them to create and continually refine the job description for their roles and responsibilities. But it's all about setting very clear expectations. The only thing I want to do in the podcast is record the podcast episodes. That's the only thing. I should be spending 2 hours a week, likely to allocate buffer to review 3 hours a week max. 3 hours a week max on the podcast. That's all I want to do. Everything else, I want it to happen automatically. Is it perfect? No, because nobody's ever going to right out the gate publish something perfect. They're never going to like completely understand your vision. You have to continually come back and refine that and be willing to jump on with them and give them feedback, especially in the first month, right? So this isn't a set it and forget it thing. This is get what's out of your head as an owner, get it into a Loom video, take the Loom video transcript, plug it into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to refine, and then build out job descriptions, and then create roles and responsibility for the person you hire. And ChatGPT can do all that. It can help you with all that. You will have to refine that. All right. You need to refine it. ChatGPT isn't going to do it and get it right the first time. You have to refine it. The power of using AI is to move fast, get the template out there, and then have you edit it. You can ask ChatGPT to edit it, but you still need to review and you need to revise and you need to ask ChatGPT to edit. Okay. So you can see like, here's all the things that we do in the podcast. And a good format is whenever you hire somebody, okay, when I have a podcast content manager, when I'm hiring for that, I want a weekly task overview. Tell ChatGPT this in your prompt. You want a daily task checklist. And then you want it broken down by the different days. All right. Okay. And then anything that they need, like they're going to ask you for it. And I'm not super good about like managing the Notion or anything like that. I like giving this to people for people to come back and reference, but I'm on Slack and I just tell people, if you ever have a question, Slack me. I'll get you an answer. If they have a question, go back on Loom, record the Loom, send them the Loom, ask them to store the Loom and update the documentation with the Loom answers. So that if they ever have that question again, they're reviewing the Loom because you've already answered it once and they shouldn't be coming back to you to take you out of workflow with that same question. This is how you build the systems. All right. So let's summarize this framework. What is the framework to build a system? Well, first you have to know what you need to build. You as the owner are going to know, and you're going to have the best pulse on the gut feeling of where you need to go and direct the business. And a good place to direct this is first start by documenting your time. What are you spending your time doing in the business? If you're still doing sales, if you're still doing estimates, then document that. Take note of how many hours you're doing sales and estimates. Okay. If you do want to be doing sales and estimates, that's fine. Stay doing sales and estimates. If you don't, then you need to hire and recruit for that. The first way that you need to do this, if I was in person doing sales or estimates, here's what I would do. I just ordered this pendant. It's called a limitless pendant. And one of my friends, Nick, from co-founders Nick, he's business partners with Chris Corner. They both use this. So it's just a wearable device that records everything that you do. So if I'm documenting a process for sales and marketing systems or sales and estimating system, I'm going to wear this pendant and I'm going to go do site visits. And I'm going to record that transcript. I'm going to plug it into ChatGPT. I'm going to say, hey, take all the site visits I did, all the locations that I had, and then document a clear-cut process for how I approach site visits with customers. Okay. With AI, you can move very fast. You will have to review. All right. I'm brain dumping now and I'm kind of getting off on sidetracks, but a basic process is 1, use Loom. Get things out of your head as an owner. Get your thoughts out of your head. Even if you just jump on and don't ever publish Loom anywhere, just start talking. What's going on in your mind? Here's the prompt right now for you. What decision do you need to make in the business? What decision is unmet right now? Make the decision right now. Okay. If it's, do I need to hire somebody? Make the decision to go hire and then jump on Loom and then talk about what you need to hire for. Then you're going to use the power of AI and you're going to click stop. And then I can't do it right now because I'm on record, but you're going to go to, let's just do this. Why don't we do this? Sales update and future projections. Just go to here and then you'd have transcript. All right. This is how I communicate with people. A lot of things, like rather than just picking up the phone and calling, I send voice memos and I send Loom recordings, especially if I'm communicating with people via Slack, because I want them to have my thoughts and I want them to be able to go back and like review and try to understand how I'm thinking about things, right? It's transcript, copy. Then you'll just go into here and here's what I would do. So it's like, you are an expert at crafting to-do lists and documenting SOPs. Please review this. Please summarize this transcript. Create a to-do list for the recipient based on the main points I cover in my video recording. If you have, please make this easy to read for the recipient and easy to check off tasks. Please ask me if you have any questions, and I'm here to help. Okay, then you paste that, hit that, watch what comes out. All right, so what I talked about in this video is like updating him on how many quotes we've sent. This was a conversation with my media buyer, and I want to keep him updated on what our conversion rate is, because that's telling him the quality of the leads that we're getting, right? So we're about 11, 12 conversion rate. I expect this to get up to like 30% based on our grant funding opportunity stuff. And so I think more will close. We're just waiting on some opportunities. Organic leads are flowing in strong. Tree crews booked out for months. You want to shift paid ads focus to dirt crew, especially boulder wall jobs that have high margins. You have 2 large dirt jobs in the pipeline, but it takes 3 to 6 weeks to complete. To-do list for Caleb's sales and quote tracking. Review current quote pipeline. Okay. So like you can see what it kicks out. I'm not going to go into the weeds of this. Like I would make some changes to this and I would review exactly what I want here. I've already had that conversation with him and we had a clarifying conversation in another video. So for the sake of your time, like I'm not going to like take you through this whole strategy. Long story short, I want to keep my ad spend on the tree crew, and boulders are part of our upsell strategy. But basically the way I would do that is I'll just be like, yeah, I'll show you guys here. Yeah, so there, I just made a quick update, and then I would just continue running Facebook ads, focus on fire mitigation, request new video ad scripts, showcase before and after visuals. Yeah, so there we go. Then I would just copy this and I would send it over to him, right? So like that's a quick way that I would use that. In this next video here, I'm gonna show you like documenting like an actual job process for one I'm trying to recruit for, okay?